Every municipality, especially our size here, is one bad incident away from having violent protests here. We're what decides that a lot of times, how we handle the call. Not always. Sometimes the people that we deal with dictate the entire call and we have to respond to it accordingly. But we're a small area and it would devastate our economy to have the same magnitude of protests here that they've seen elsewhere.
Stop. Stop for me. Y'all gonna have to do it. Bro. Stop.
All right? We told you to stop.
Stop.
All right?
Relax.
Bro, that's what they want you to do. Look, they don't care, bro.
Yeah, we do actually.
They don't
actually
care, bro.
do.
They don't care, bro.
Timmy, he
They
just
wanna
punched my
do
mom
this
in the
to you,
face,
bro.
so.
I wanted to help people. That was a huge drive for me. And it's also, being a cop is something that you just feel called to do. I've talked to so many officers that feel that way. It's nothing that you can maybe pinpoint a specific point for. It's just something you're called to do. It's an itch you have to scratch.
Yeah.
We literally depend on each other for our lives, you know. Most of us on this shift have worked together for 5 to 5.5 years. We know each other's moves. We know how each other is going to operate. There's not a tremendous amount of figuring out stuff right now. We're a pretty well-oiled machine. We still make mistakes. Everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes. But having each other's back out here is just, it's such an ingrained thing in us now that you don't even realize you're doing it anymore. Nationwide, agencies have kind of gone through a little bit of a depression, I guess you would call it. And here, just you stick together, you have each other's back, and everybody gets through. I like to be out in the street with my guys. That's where I need to be. I'm the first line supervisor, so I try to be out there and work with them as much as I can, back them up on traffic stops, calls, and give as much support to them as I can.
I try to do my patrols as random as I possibly can. There may be certain areas in the city that I try to concentrate on. Those would be like high crime, high drug areas. If there's specific problems that we know about, I'll try to spend some time in those areas.
Every call is usually trying to figure out how we can get through the call the safest way possible for everybody. It's kind of hard to explain. It depends on what the call is and the nature of the call is. Sometimes if we would have maybe a mental patient, we're thinking about, okay, are we going to need to go hands-on? We'll put gloves on. Has this person been violent with us in the past? We're going to need to call more officers there quickly. Is it a barricaded person with a knife? Are we going to have to go into setting up a perimeter? So it's always, for me, the most paramount thing is getting everyone through the call safely, not just officers, but the subjects that are involved, the people that are involved with it. If you know people, they'll come up and talk to you. They'll give you information. We've had great cases that have gone to trial, convictions upheld because of people coming forward and talking to us. And the only reason they talked to us is because they knew who the officer was and they were comfortable talking to that officer. So it's huge to build those relationships. And I think ultimately it makes them feel safer too if they know who you are. There's always going to be people who just don't want to talk to cops. They just don't like cops. They feel uneasy around us. Whether it's the uniform, the firearm we carry, or our demeanor, I don't know. It could be all those things. But, you know, it's a challenge that we have to face every day, and we try to do the best we can with it to build relationships with the community.